A small group of supporters welcomed Beto O'Rourke to the state capitol Thursday, but the Democratic gubernatorial nominee arrived with a big prediction.
I can sense a complete change in the state of Texas.
O'Rourke's optimism is not because of his poll numbers. A recent survey shows that he's trailing Republican incumbent Greg Abbott by double digits. But O'Rourke is expecting the Supreme Court Roe v. Wade controversy will pay off for him in November.
Those who are going to be most affected are also overlapping with those who traditionally haven't been voting in Texas elections. The very young, those who are experiencing poverty, black and brown people in communities across the 254 counties, understanding now that their rights have been foreclosed by one person, Greg Abbott, and that Republican majority in the legislature. That is going to be energizing, galvanizing.
Governor Greg Abbott also believes a Supreme Court ruling will be monumental nationally. But in regards to the governor's race, Abbott said earlier this week, "My first election for governor was a referendum on the issue of abortion." That's a reference to Wendy Davis. She was among those who joined O'Rourke's prediction of an abortion backlash.
I believe we're going to see an extraordinary turnout in this race. And I think, as Beto said, an extraordinary increase even in the number of volunteers who are willing to do everything they can to help direct the outcome in a way that's favorable.
In regards to Davis, Abbott in a radio interview said, "She was hailed as the abortion savior, but she lost to me by 20 percentage points. The same fate will meet with Beto on the campaign trail. He's even worse on the abortion issue than Wendy Davis was." O'Rourke admits that there are many other big issues in the state right now, and political analysts doubt that this campaign will become a one-issue campaign.
You can't ignore the elephant in the room.
Political analyst Mark Wiggins says the economy, the border, and the power grid were the hot topics. A major shift may have to wait until after a Supreme Court ruling and after a total abortion ban in Texas.
You have a majority of Americans who support maintaining Roe, but there's also polling out there that suggests a majority don't have really strong opinions on the issue. So the question is, when these trigger laws take effect all over the country, is that going to be a hard reality check? Is it going to motivate Democrats and moderates who may not have been interested in voting before? I think we're going to have to wait and see.